Ewan just explained in a couple of seconds why lightsaber fights suck now.
What's interesting is how the swords have evolved. When we made the prequels, we had a guy, he had like a cart. He had like, what?
Somebody named Thomas.
Thomas,
Is it
yeah.
Thomas?
Thomas, the lightsaber maker. They were made of some sort of alloy. They were metal. They would bend after every single take. And when Hayden and I were fighting each other, often didn't make it through the take because we just went at each other so hard. They've changed now, so now they have actual swords that light up, which is what gave us those amazing lighting changes in that end scene. By chance, as we were rehearsing the scene, we had our swords here and his face was we were blue. And then as we moved over here, our faces turned red, and it was just like magic, you know. We were like, oh my god. But they don't fight as well as the old ones do. They have a tendency to sort of go like that. Which just isn't quite as satisfying as when they used to go whack.
Yeah.
Did they even ask? Did they even consult with Ewan McGregor about this? Look at the guy. He knows exactly what he's talking about. All right, let's just break this down in a few sections where I think it's very important for us to highlight what he actually said. Ewan was very intelligent in picking what he wanted to say and what he didn't. First of all, I'm going to say that he got the both sides of it. He tried to talk, yeah, I know guys, Nick Gillard is the secret sauce, of course. We all know that, but Nick is no longer involved. Why? I don't know why. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, maybe this is the maybe when he gave this reasoning that, you know, it's going to look good, aesthetically is going to be great, having these, you know, flashy lightsabers, but practically, no. The dude is a stunt coordinator, and he knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for years for George Lucas, and now he's not called back. So let's talk about the reason why Disney implemented these new lightsabers. And Ewan says it best, that there is a moment when Vader and Obi-Wan fight at the end in the series, and it's pretty clear that, yes, do they work in these type of light conditions? Yes, they do. The lighting is perfect. It reflects on your eyes. I mean, that iconic moment where Obi-Wan is crying and you could see the lightsaber reflection on both of his eyes, the blue lightsaber, and it highlights the tears even more. I think that, you know, that scene will be epic and legendary. As bad as the series was, let's not kid ourselves, and I'm not ever going to defend how terrible of a plot and show and writing that series had, the Obi-Wan series. We do have some iconic shots, some iconic moments from that scene. Recreated from the prequels, sure, but we still do have them in 2022 whenever it released. And that's the reason. That's the reason why they chose it. Hey, Disney, here's an idea. As a fan, as an avid fan of the prequels, everything about the prequels is magical. If you go back and think about it, everything about that crew, about the stunt crew, even Ray Park in The Phantom Menace. I mean, as much as Nick Gillard is great with everybody, Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor, everybody, he tried his best to bring everybody together, and they did a phenomenal job. Ray Park is a phenomenal guy. And Ray Park and Nick Gillard, this is what separates The Phantom Menace when it comes to duels. I mean, after that duel, you've got Obi-Wan versus Anakin in Revenge of the Sith. That's the greatest battle scene. But other than that, the Darth Maul fight against Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan is just perhaps 1B. I really can't separate the two. Think about it. We've never had lightsaber duels like in the prequels. Not in the original trilogy, not in the sequels, not even close. So what is the problem? The problem, as Ewan clearly states, is that these lightsabers, these flashy lightsabers, are not meant for fighting. There's a simple solution to this, Disney, and that is that when you want that close-up shot, when you want that shot where you clearly want that scene, that dramatic scene with Vader, Obi-Wan, and the light reflects, especially on Vader, you can see that he, has a glimmer of hope with a bluish tint, red. You have that purple in there, combining the two. And then when Obi-Wan pulls out, Vader has that red on his face and on his helmet from his lightsaber. It's very symbolic and it's very beautiful, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to fighting, you have mediocre fights. I mean, have you seen the Ahsoka show? It's like they're wielding claymores. Literally just like George intended in A New Hope. They are wielding those bad boys like it's a 1-ton sword. The fix, Disney, is that you use these practical sabers, as you did in the prequels, to fight for fight scenes, and when you have the close-ups, you just change them up with the new lightsabers that give off the vibrant colors. I think it's pretty simple in my eyes. Don't you guys think so? Yeah, it's a great idea. And I don't know why don't they do this. And another question, did they even ask? Did they even consult with Ewan McGregor about this? Look at the guy. He knows exactly what he's talking about. He's intelligent enough to tell you that, well, yes, they're beautiful, but they can't be used to fight because they're just wobbly and they're probably even scared to break them. Just consult with Ewan McGregor, with Hayden Christensen. These guys have been in the trenches in the prequels. Just go up and say, hey, how are you feeling this new lightsaber? And the dude is going to be honest. He's going to say that, yes, they're good on camera, but we can't really fight with them. If you want a real fight, give us the old sabers from the prequels. Call up the Thomas guy. By the way, call up Nick Gillard. It's ridiculous. It's really interesting to see how non-communicative it is behind the scenes. Just a quick question to Ewan McGregor, and this would have been, we would have had great lightsaber fights, perhaps even in Obi-Wan and Ahsoka. Really bad. Yeah.